Glad everybody showed up for class today, but you know what? I'm ready to put this on the internet, so then now everybody can see it and not be here, but Elise Faye challenged me. Did you tell them? The text I sent you. Oh, read the text. All right, I'm gonna get water. Text. Yeah. Probably text the work.
All right, text from Elise Faye reads, tell everybody when he's going to keep the meeting to 10 minutes. If he does, Elise owes him $50. If he doesn't, he owes her $10. My intent is not to talk fast, so okay, $50 on the line.
But that's just because Apple's recorder is not as good as ChatGPT's, because I said I owe her $50, but Apple's recorder.
No, you said that.
I said,
If I do, Elise owes me $50. If I don't, I owe her $50.
oh, okay, cool. I have misheard you out in the hall.
No.
All right, good deal.
All right, so wait. So when do we start? Timer? Do you want me to run a timer?
Here, hold on. Let me record this. Hold on. Then we'll do that. I'll be able to look down and see the time, and then I'll be good. All right. Can we pull up the first slide though, so we're ready?
Yep, it's up. It's right.
Okay. No. Whoa, don't be giving it away.
Which shared, but here we go.
Ready?
Yep. We are recording.
Hold on.
Shared.
Disabled
Here we go.
to record. What? Why is it disabled?
10 minutes does not include questions at the end.
You can have questions at the end.
And that's not included in the 10 minutes.
That is not included in 10 minutes. No. Why does it do that? Do you know? Is it too, do I have too many videos in there? Probably.
Hit record.
Yeah.
It's the same view.
When I hit recording.
Oh,
Awesome.
he thinks you're on a call right now.
Okay, am I?
Are you recording right now?
May I leave it in voicemail?
Just close all of your.
I'm on shit all the time.
You gotta close all of your tabs.
Double entendre. Yeah. Okay.
Did you close all your tabs?
I did. Oh, back to recording. Who's out in the hallway?
Octavio.
All right, we're waiting for Octavio because this is the thing is so Elise Faye challenged me last night because she's like, okay, so I'm trying to get everybody to watch these videos and I just can't get people to watch and I thought, you know, it's what I look like, you know what I mean? So we tried different people, but Elise was like, Jeff. Last night she's texting me at 8 o'clock. She's like, because she likes to give feedback. Right? Because we need to learn from feedback. That's what we learned from the last video that I shot.
You.
Hello?
Elise said it to me.
Yep. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm telling the story. She's giving me feedback. We're I'm sorry.
Yep.
Let me share the text messages with you. I love Elise, so I
Oh, you're
always
here
want
now?
her to give me to it straight, and she's from New York.
Perfect,
So,
sounds good. Just, we're all here.
She said it in the fewest words possible is what I'm trying to do, and I was
Good, I can
long
totally
in my
understand.
response to her, but she said,
Thank you, sir. Bye.
I think there is some great material here. This is about the video, the last video, which some of you thought were great. Kelly gave me a nice. Kelly, did you like last class? Is Kelly on the call?
Hey, yep, I'm here. Yeah, I did actually. I thought it was great.
What did you get out of it?
Well, probably what stuck with me the most was just, get up every day and make it a great day by,
Mark
for me-
Spain. Yeah.
there you
What
go.
else? What else? Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's okay. So for me, it's just having my. I get up early in the mornings and having my quiet time to read and just get the best version of myself, and then being prepared for work and what I'm going to do for the day. Right?
Amazing. Great job. We'd love to have you, Kelly. Thanks for joining. How long you been with us, Kelly?
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. We're looking for more great agents. I got a Brad.
Something like that.
Magnet. Is that close?
Yeah.
That's close.
Good.
Yeah. And then I got Bradley hoping from another one coming, but he hasn't left his old team yet. So I don't want to say the name because this might be on the internet later because it is. All right, we ready to go? Here was Elise's feedback. So Elise says to me, I think there's some great material here, but still long. She didn't emphasize, she just said long, right? But it's hard because when we get a one text email, how much do we like, okay, I need to change is what I heard. But I don't know if you receive text messages and think, wow, I should change because of one text message. But the thing is Elise is what I call the queen of hearts, okay? Because in real estate, queens are better than kings. This is not poker, okay? Because it's not fair. Because my daughter last night told me she was buying stuff at the store and she ran into a dude and he asked her out, and by telling her that he has lots of properties to sell. I wish that was me when I started, because that never happened to me. What else did Elise say? So she said, Jeffy, because would like it to be more succinct. So she drew the point home, right? She drew it home. Okay, so this is my attempt. Are we ready to go?
Yep.
We're ready? Start. The question I wanted everybody to remember after this meeting is, I set it up wrong. Son of a gun. I knew it. Your favorite thing was about the class is what I was supposed to say, was that Jeremy spoke in class today. Look at the picture, right? Because I'm using Gemini to create all the slides today. And when I wanted to have a soft open, that would be, a little Eddie Vedder, right? Clearly I remember picking on the boy. Stop singing. And I was getting loud too, huh? You're so good to me. Thank you. Margaret comes in, we built rapport. Did we build rapport? Today I'm not making fun of Margaret. I'm trying to help her get better. And here we go. All right, next. This is a CBOC team workshop because there's a trend changing in the industry. And what it is when major shifts occur because prices are falling really, really fast and supply is going to go up in the fall, that all of a sudden our clients are going to become experts because they're going to see the Cromford report, because the Cromford report sells them pictures. Can you show them the slide? Right? It's funny that we can look at the Cromford report and be like, wow, because we obviously use the Cromford report to convince clients or to share with clients to lower their list price. I'm going to show you at the end. I'm using it to close a $3 million tear down in Paradise Valley for $3 million. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is, why can't we do that? Meaning all of us, right? We're accepting change. Last week the meeting was about changing, learning how do we get better at our job. And to get better at our job in 2008, I needed it. Next slide. In 2008, I had to get a second job. My first job was real estate, but I was a fading winner because my best year was 18 million. And that year I sold 13 million, but there was a lot of negotiation on commissions because when the money gets tight, people come after the realtor first. But I was like, 200 appointments in 2008, 8 buy sides, and I had 7 or 6 lists. So I only had 13 sales. Fortunately, I had a couple of dingers. I had a 2.5 and I had a 3.3. So I sold 13 million and I paid the bills. I thought I would pay the bills, but I actually, because it was tough year. Anyway, so that year, the year before was I met a guy at class, and I want to give him credit because I think he's the best internet tool guy in the business, meaning if you want a domain, and I'm going to show you a picture at the end, I'm talking about Phil Sexton, right? So I walk into class and Phil's like, use this tool called Jing. And because I'm a busy little beaver, I like take the nut and I run it back to my cave. And I'm like, Jing? Wait a minute. Jing? What is Jing? Oh my God, I can take a picture of the computer. Yeah. Oh my God. convince the buyers because they didn't want to listen to Jeffy because no one likes when Jeffy's loud. Nobody likes when Jeffy talks. He's also loud. He's been trying to change. But I came up with an idea. So my former mentor, I had a mentor when I got into business in the first year and a half. After 18 months, I had passed him in his total amount of sales in the last 12 months. And I was like, you're not teaching me anything more. Because we always want mentors that have sold more than us. Because what's the point if when you're selling more than your mentor, time to move on. So I moved on in 2004 and 2005, 2006. All of a sudden, my revenue was going like this. This is what they call Tom Ferry calls a fading winter. When your income is declining year after year after year, because you had good years in the past, and now sales are falling, and you don't know what to do. And I'm like, I need something special. So I started, because I always track data. I always know the most important thing is measure what matters. It's why I track all the stats. But then I took the stats and I created, because it was called Microsoft Paint. Does anyone remember Microsoft Paint? Yeah, I used Microsoft Paint. That was my first tool. Phil didn't teach me Microsoft Paint, but he taught me. Why am I just, I think he should be, because I love Phil. I appreciate Phil. He helped push me to the greatest. And unfortunately, this industry burnt us both out, but it was really his time to shine. And I think that he will shine, but I think it's because he's just great at helping people when they need stuff, right? In real estate, because he taught me lots of, oh my God, I've got to go faster. Okay, cool. All right. So there's a new trend emerging. I see it because I see 10x more deals than an individual agent. So I can see trends when they start to change. So now expert buyers and sellers know too much about what's going on and they want to do your job. Meaning offers are starting to come in really, really far apart. Jackson, did our client want to do our job for us on your first sale? Meaning he told you, oh, you mean he didn't tell us after we gave him a 2-page Binzer that was good enough? That he wanted one more page for the Binzer? This is what I'm talking about. It's called email sword fighting. Whew, whew, I'm going to send you my email, and then you're going to send me my email. Let's look at that. Come on. Right? So you got to learn to sell from pictures because long, laborious emails. Ready? Okay, here's the story. So we have this listing, Adam and I, because go to the next one. Okay, so my original team member, her name is Jamie Church. She was actually before Alex. She came to me through Lori Sullivan, who was my first licensed assistant. She was also a licensed assistant because there was no teams then. I didn't know what a team was, but I had 2 girls that worked in the office for me. So I gave her a lead and she sold these people a house. Now, next one, Adam, faster. Right, so she met my short sale negotiator at an open house because she was also trying to sell houses, but she was better at doing the transactions because some people are like that. And then Jamie met her and told, and Lori told her that I had buyer leads, and she came and started in 2010. She was an athlete that moved from out of state. It was like, technically, I guess that was my first team member is what I'm thinking back. All right, next. So the way it works is with CBOC past clients, they only come to, when they come to the team, if the agent, meaning the once CBOC team agent who sold it, never learned to market to her sphere, meaning Jamie Church never learned email marketing like Elise does, right? If you don't learn these tools of the trade, because Phil was awesome at teaching all my agents these tools, right? Because anyway, because when they leave, they get another job, or sometimes they just stop working, or just quit because why people leave the team is I used to be loud and cut people off, and now I've learned to do it less. Next. So here's the first email that Margaret sends. Hi, Melissa, right? And this is, mind you, she's leading the team with CBOC sales this month 3. So let's not tell her that she's awful. She's doing an amazing job, right? I'm just trying to show you how to make this better because she's trying to convince this client let's go to the house. Back to the, okay, go back to the house. Yeah. So the house is 725. So now the buyer came in, the original offer was for how much, Margaret?
625.
625. Did they ask for any repairs up front? There was a.
No, but they wanted all the closing costs paid.
Oh, okay, okay, so, you know, plus, so 625 is really 615 on a six. You know, this is what's happening. This is why there's more cancellations, is because buyers and sellers are not understanding where the market is. And this is what I experienced in 2008, and how I solved it was selling with pictures. Because as soon as I went to my old boss, my old mentor, and I said, hey, I'm going to show them pictures to convince them, he's like, I'm good. I don't need that. I'm good. Right? It only took me 2 years to triple, quadruple, to 10x his sales using the strategy that he said no to. Here it is again. We need to adopt the strategy. Okay? So so she sends the first email, then the next email. I used to do it too, but then I learned to sell with pictures, and all of a sudden they started to get my business started to. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Fuck or sorry. Son of
You
a
are
bitch.
thinking about
All right,
next time you.
all right. We're gonna have to. Fire truck is what I said. Fire truck. Sorry. All right, next. The email battle begins. So there's a tool called Gemini. There's a guy at Seth Siegler. He's the head tech guy, and he was telling me, Jeff, you got to start using Gemini for images. And I'm like, you know, I'm using ChatGPT. It made me upgrade to the one for $200 a month because I've used it that much. And so now I'm using Gemini, but I was like, I don't want another AI tool, right? Like it's hard enough to adopt a new tool. Like if Phil would have said, well, there's Jing, but then you should also try and master another one. I know whenever you're trying to learn something that you need to focus on one thing only. It's a book by Gary Keller called The One Thing, and it has so many meanings, and he was an icon in real estate. He originally wrote the Real Estate Red Book that I read about teams, and that helped me formalize my vision for where the team was going to go. But one thing, back to the email battles begin. Second email. So now there's been 3 emails back and forth, right? And I said to Margaret, we got to sell with pictures. You feel like you're doing your job. You are, but the buyer or seller is not being convinced. Next. Meetings of the mind doesn't happen through email because I was a terrible writer in college, right? My first essay when I was a sophomore at the main campus at Penn State, the first essay I wrote, my history teacher, because I was taking a history class, I wrote it. I wrote it up. I thought I nailed it. I really thought I had every idea. I sent it in. Oh no, it was my final for that year. My final for the class. It was my history final. I got a 52 on my final. Did I do good, Octavio?
52?
Yes.
No.
What do you think Jeffy does when people say no? He handles the objection, okay? He handles the objection, right? Like this is what we have to learn as agents. We have to handle objections. When we realize that we're not succeeding, we got to look for options. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to fail the class. My mom's always wanted me to graduate from college. I don't want to go home. I hated it in Jim Thorpe. There was just lots of cursing and lots of yelling and lots of drugs, and they called people bad names. And that's what I grew up with. And I'm like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. So what did I do? Who's following the story? What did I do? Who's online? Who's paying attention? Show me the people, please. Now that I'm over, I'm going to take a few more minutes. But okay. Okay. All right, Alexis, were you following the story?
Yes, I was.
Okay. So what did I do when my teacher gave me a 52? Did I cry? Did I go drinking? win or lose, I went drinking. This was college. But or did I go home and cry to my mother? Did I call my friends? Did I talk to other agents? What do you think I did instead of all those things?
You handled the objection and went to the teacher.
See, that's why Alexis is coming in with her business plan. She's got her shit straight, right? I said, do a business plan. Boom. She was the second one. Kelly, I said, do a business plan. She's like, boom. Because that's what it takes to get the job done. Is first we need a plane. Planes don't take off without a plan. Why are you taking off with your business without a plan? Okay. So great answer, Alexis. Thank you for coming. So I went and talked to her. What do you think she said, Brad?
You got a 52 and you handled the objection. You didn't show your work?
Clearly my work sucked. I showed it and it was wrong because I was the worst writer in history in college. Go ahead. What do you think? If you're struggling, I can help you get another line. We can reach to Maite or Davey or
Sure.
Mikey. Is anyone following along? What do you think Jeffy did? Jackson?
Get a second try.
That's what I pitched, right? Can I retake the test? Well, that's what it is. Is you go to, I mean, the thing is I at least had showed up. I had showed up for every class because I paid for it. So I was like, if I'm paying for this, I better get my money's worth. I was like, oh man, all right. Yeah, I need an option. She's like, I've never done this before. I'm like, what do you think? Are you following? What do you think I asked her next? Real estate seduction, man. Ask them about their history. So, how long have you been a professor?
Did you really?
I'm shucking and jiving out here. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get a 52. I'm going to fail. I'm going to go back home and I'm not going to have a job. I'm yelling. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I don't mean to yell. I don't want to yell. Okay, I'm sorry. I get so excited. I yell and I scream. Sorry, Margaret. When I get excited, I scream. It sucks. Okay. But I said to her, I'm like, how long you been a teacher for? And she's like, 18 years. She was talking about starting to retire. And I was like, okay, how about this? How about right now, you ask me 50 questions and I'll answer them instead. She's like, well, I certainly never would do that. And I'm like, I start crying because I'm a failure. No, I'm an actor, right? So I started to well up. And she says, let's go. I was like, a deer in the woods. Oh my God, I was spotted by a hunter. Better run. No, I was like, okay, focus. Focus. They're going to come at me, right? I'm like, okay, come on. Give me the questions. Boom, 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 boom. Jeffy had studied for 6 weeks, but Jeffy couldn't write. I knew every answer. It was about European World War I and World War II. I just loved learning about it. I thought it was the greatest thing. I was in political science class. I was like, oh my God. So guess what I got? 95. Fucking right. 95. A. Next. Next. Right? Well, that year there was a movie that came out called War Games. And they told us that it's amazing that Americans spend so much money on systems that we're never going to use. Like, yeah, we need more ballistic missiles, right? Everybody knows this. One day I'm going to write a book called Wake Up America, but next. But no one wins. No one wins with an email sword fight, right? Because what happens is you get a canceled contract, and we don't want canceled contracts. Does anyone want a canceled listing because you should be, whether it's Binzers, whether it's listing, right, prices trying to go down. We heard from David Van Haren the last class. He said, it's you have these bubbles in your stomach. It's called anxiety. It's the moment when you can actually say yes or say no, and most people go with no, so the anxiety can end. And I'm the type of person that I'm like, okay, this morning I'm like, cold shower, why not? Right? Like, if we're gonna kick ass. No, because I was late and I didn't want to be late again. I tried to make it on time, but I'm always running late. Next. So this is what it looks like in a text message. So this is me. That's at 7:32 a.m. I'm always just trying to show you why I constantly teach classes, is because everything changes. This is a text I got from EXP. They're like, Jeff, you sell a lot of land, you know. Right? Like, I sent back and said nothing, because I'm like, I ain't talking to her again, because that's awful. But that's what people feel when you puke all over them with words. Next. Let's start doing it today. Right? When your screen capture picture takes, when you're taking, oh man, oh, excited. Wow. It's like I gotta take a cold bath. I'm not kidding. I get worked up when it's so exciting talking. So when you're at home and you pull up Flex MLS and you pull up the house, you know, you take lots of pictures. You learn to screen capture. So on the Mac picture, it is a little easier, because the Mac, you can just do Command 4. To
Shift 4.
Command Shift 4. Oh, I do it automatically. I don't even think about it. Huh? There's 3 keys. Adam doesn't get enough credit. He's the new tech guy for the Sabak team, and I don't give him enough credit for it. But it's funny. Okay. So you take I took the first picture, then you can see, because you have to go to Flex MLS, and then you have to select the comps that you want to talk about, right? Meaning you're going to be creating these yourselves at home to convince people to go up, down, or sideways with price, because they don't read emails, but they look at pictures. And when you send them pictures, it works better. So the, if you can see, I took lots of pictures, right? But my final picture looks like this, because you got to practice at it. I sent it to Margaret last night, because this is what we need to send to people, right? If you watch the video with Sarah, where she started talking about selling with pictures, why she could negotiate every contract for me is because she learned to sell with pictures. And why I love her today. I was like, damn, you good at this. Because she could do it, and everybody wants to talk to Sarah. Nobody wants to talk to Jeffy. And as a team, we were awesome, right? 176 sales in our best year together. Next. You can start today. Okay, fast forward. This is so there's things that you learn at the 30,000 view, and then there's things you learn at the 10,000 foot view. And Jackson's laughing because he was at the listing appointment. Anyone that came to class, but when did I get that lead? 4 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago?
3, 4 weeks.
So this is a $3.3 million listing that I have not won yet. I'm competing with Chris Karras and the Jason. There's a guy down there, the luxury guy. Anyway, but I'm selling with pictures. So if you can see, I sent it to my 2 clients. And if you can see, market continues to worsen because I'm saying things in less words. Supply's rising and demand is falling. Excellent to meet you in August, because she's flying out from Boston to meet me because her mom's in ailing health and they don't want to rush her. And I respect that. But I wanted to tell her that when you get here, because I told her a price, a non-competitive price, don't you think so?
Yeah.
I mean, whenever before we actually get to the listing, I'm pitching, I got a buyer. And of course, Jim Taylor on the team had a buyer for this that wants to do 10 million. We couldn't put it together. I tried to handle the objection because she's like, I'll call you later. You know, when people do that, meaning they just say, I don't need to speak with you for a couple weeks, whatever version of the email or the text where they just stop talking. She's like, slow your roll, boy. Because she didn't like me pestering her. So this morning, I'm like, okay, because when clients say slow down, we need to get better at what we say less, but say more. So I sent her this picture. All right, so anyway.
This one?
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I didn't, I sent her, do you guys care? Actually, you know what it is? Is if you go to the buyer booklet on the CBOC Drive and you go to the buyer slides, there's also seller slides. And their seller slides is I shot them a version of the list, you know, the listing price where it started falling in the beginning of the year and it's going straight down. And then I sent her a picture of the current Cromford sales because I posted it in the chat. You guys have it. All of this, I posted it in Slack. If you're not on the Slack, that's where I'm posting everything. You can get what I sent her. I'll post exactly what I sent her so that everybody knows because I customize it a little bit because that's what experts do. And I sent her the overall market and then I sent the luxury market. And guess what ways they're both going? Down. So if you want to, I was trying to think, how could I say win so much? How could I say win a lot more? How can I say if you want to triple or quadruple? And I was like, how about you sell so many houses that houses come out your butt? And I put it into Gemini, and this is what Gemini said. Right? If you sell with pictures, you will be able to sell so much that houses will come out your butt. Because I'm trying to be entertaining. All right, good deal. Is there any more slides?
No.
That's it. Thank you.
Questions?
Questions? Sorry, I'm yelling. Goodness gracious. The good news is I think when we go to the event for The Apprentice, I'll just tell them, I don't need a microphone. And he's going to be like, what? I'm like, no, trust me. I don't need a microphone. I've done it before in a room of 300 people. You try and carry a voice. Like, unfortunately, I am that loud. I am that guy. I don't want to be. Questions? Who's up? Well, first of all, who's Davey?
Yeah, you guys.
It's David. I'm just on my phone.
Oh, I said, Davey, you're here. I didn't know you were here. You had David last time, and now he was Davey. I was like, who's the good looking dude, right? Because you're good looking. All right.
Guys, and for all when it's over, I gotta get the open house signs.
And
And
go ahead, Dave. What's the question? David Van Haren. David, when did you come over?
Probably 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks.
Okay, so you've been on 2 appointments so far?
Yep, 2 appointments. Yep, 2 appointments so far. So I have 2 buyers right now. Well, 3 technically. So
Why 3?
why 3? Because I brought one over. It's an agent-owned one. It's
Okay,
a friend
cool,
of mine.
awesome.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me that the Zillow lead referred you to somebody because that happens. All right, David.
Oh, a Zillow lead did refer me to a friend at work. So yeah. So there's another
The
lead.
Zillow lead referred you to somebody you already knew, but you weren't reaching out to them?
Oh, no. So a Zillow lead that I met with yesterday, she said she has a friend at work that wants to also buy. So she's gonna refer me to her friend at work.
Right. This is what people don't understand about just leads in general. Why you always want more sales is because the sales lead to more sales. Right?
Yeah.
It's Sharon's. Sharon's gonna be the queen of spades, and Elise Faye's gonna be the queen of hearts because my girls are just elite. But anyway, Sharon's like, all I did was convert CBOC leads. And now I'm like, that's called smart.
Mm-hmm.
How about I did what
Oh, yeah.
worked. I'm like, why should go ahead, continue. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. I agree completely.
Did you have a question?
I did not. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Oh, because I asked you, Davey. All right. Anyone? Kelly, Michael, Maite, Brad, question?
Yeah.
Octavio?
I'm good.
Okay. It was good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, cool, thank you. Let's go.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Much of a meeting.